Welcome back to Old School Sports and our Tennis Manager 2021 playthrough. We are at the start of the 2025 tennis season. Zach Svida is back with us for a second year, and Emilio Nava has joined our tennis academy. We also have kicked off a major renovation at the academy, upgrading our business center to a level 4, which hopefully will put us in a much stronger financial position going forward. But regardless of the infrastructure we have, which as you can see is moving up towards 2 out of 5 tennis balls on a global scale, so we're becoming a more relevant tennis academy in the world of tennis. What's really going to move us to the next level is taking Zach and Emilio to the next level. Zach begins the year ranked 122nd in the world after a fantastic first season with us last year. His primary goal this year as far as the rankings is to get into the top 100 in the world. And then Emilio Nava currently ranks 159th in the world, and his goal with us this season, similarly, is to get into the top 100 of the world. So we've got work to do with both players. Hopefully we can help them improve their skills and have some good results in some tournaments over this early stages of the season on the hard courts. In this first week of the season, Zach got bounced in the round of 16 at the Noumea Open, which is a 90-level event. But Emilio Nava, in his first tournament as a member of the Old School Sports Tennis Academy, has made it all the way to the finals of the 20-level event in Los Angeles, where he has been the first seed. So hopefully can get through this match here against Daniel Antonio Nunez, a 23-year-old. Our scouts think it's going to be a relatively easy match for Emilio. Hopefully that will be the case. And the finals are underway here in California, in Los Angeles. And Emilio is up an early break, but he just got broke back, unfortunately. But got another break. And it's an easy 6-2 first set win for Emilio Nava here in the finals in LA. Hopefully he continue that momentum in the second set. He's actually troubled. You're ahead of him. You're dominating the match. Let's go finish this up. And we're still on serve. Just got broke actually midway through the second set, but came back with another break. So a 6-2, 6-4 win. So Emilio Nava's career with the Old School Sports Tennis Academy off to a great start with a win in a 20-level event in Los Angeles, California, in his first match with us, his first tournament with us. And after that great start to the season for Emilio, winning the title in LA, both Zach Svida and Emilio Nava are attempting to qualify for the Australian Open this week. Would obviously be a big win for the Old School Sports Tennis Academy if one or both of them can win enough matches in qualifying to get into the main draw. And we've made good progress so far. Zach Svida is actually the number 1 seed in qualifying, and he won 2-1 in his first match, and then a much tighter match where he went to 7-5, 7-6 in the tiebreaker to beat Michael Verbensky. But he is just one match away against the 32nd seed in qualifying, Yusuke Watanabe, to get into the main draw at the Australian Open. Emilio won his first match against Taha Badi and is now going to be going up against Jay Clark. We won't simulate the whole match until the finals, but let's see how it goes against the 26-year-old from the UK. Oh, and a 4-6, 6-7 loss for Emilio Nava. So Emilio will not be making it into the main draw at the Australian Open this year. Hopefully Zach Svida will. We'll see what happens with that in the coming days. And some good news, Zach Svida got a 7-5, 6-2 win over Watanuki. So Zach is in the main draw for the Australian Open, while Emilio will be heading back to the academy to train over the next couple of weeks and hopefully do some damage later on in this hardcourt season. And unfortunately, Zachary Svida got bounced in the first round of the Australian Open. Tough draw for him against another qualifier, but lost a 5-set match to Denis Novak, who's going to go on to face the number 11 seed. So unfortunately, both of our players are going to be spending most of the next couple weeks back at the academy after, in the case of Zach, getting bounced in the first round of the Australian Open, and in the case of Emilio, not making it into the main draw in terms of qualifying. But we'll give them both an opportunity to hopefully work on their skills, work on their physical conditioning, and then hopefully make some big progress over the next month and a half of the hardcourt season. Well, we've simmed ahead another couple weeks. Zach Svida got bounced in the round of 32 at the Cleveland Open in his only tournament appearance. He'll be at the New York Uniondale Open, a 250 level event next week, but you can see he's actually 126th in the world right now, so has not been a great start to the year as far as his ranking. Emilio, on the other hand, has moved up to 135th, made the semifinals at the Launceston Open last week, and he is now in the finals at the Chennai Open, an 80-level event this week, so it would be great to get an 80-level victory for him. He did win one 90-level event before he joined our academy, and then obviously the 20-level event earlier this season, but would be great to get that win before he too heads to the Uniondale Open, where he recently got a wild card into that Masters 250 level event. So people around the world are noticing the success that Emilio has had in the early stages of his career with the Old School Sports Tennis Academy. And you can see Emilio has been the second seed here at the Chennai Open, going to be going up against the 5th seed Pedro Martinez, so should be a pretty challenging match for him. We're not even going to play through the whole match. You can see we did beat Martinez the one time we've played him in the past, but he is ranked similarly to Emilio Nava, and a 6-0, 3-6, 6-4 victory for Emilio. So Emilio has won his second tournament in the early stages of this season, his first 80-level victory here with the Old School Sports Tennis Academy. So that should be a big step forward for Emilio in terms of his career and his rankings. Very happy to get that 80-level victory under his belt. And it's a good step forward for both Emilio and Zachary to be in the 250 level event here in New York. You can see Zachary has already won his first round match, 7-5, 6-1 over Tyler Zink. Tough matchup against the number 5 seed Lloyd Harris for him in the round of 16. And a tough match here for Emilio in the first round against Bernabe Zapata Morales. The winner of those will get the privilege of going against the second seed, Kyle Edmund, in the round of 16. But before that happens, let's see what happens with Emilio against the 28-year-old Spaniard, and a 7-6, 6-3 victory. So going to have tough matches for both players in the round of 16, but really good for both of them to get victories in a 250 level event here in the early portion of the 2025 season. And you can see Zachary did get bounced in the second round, or his second match, unfortunately, in the round of 16. We'll see if Emilio can do any better. In the meantime, we will have Zach back at the academy and going to continue focusing on getting into even better shape with an endurance test this week, and then going to continue working on improving the power of his serve. In a huge victory for Emilio Nava against the second seed Kyle Edmund, who's ranked 18th in the world, lost the first set 6-1, came back and won the second, and then they were tied 2-2 when Edmund unfortunately had to forfeit the match due to an injury. So would obviously have loved to play out the third set, but Emilio is on to the quarterfinals of the New York Uniondale Open as a qualifier, going to be going up against the 129th seed Nicholas David Ainel. So we will see how that match goes shortly. And we're going to just simulate it quickly. You can see did lose to Ainel, the Romanian, the only time that they've ever played in the past. Up the intensity here a bit for Emilio. And a 4-6, 6-2, 6-1 victory for Emilio Nava. So he is through to the semifinals of this 250 level event. And he's going to be going up against Lloyd Harris, who is the gentleman who bounced Emilio's teammate in the earlier rounds. So an opportunity for the Old School Sports Tennis Academy to hopefully take a little bit of revenge on the number 5 seed Harris, who bounced Zach not too long ago, 6-4, 7-6. And it's going to be a great challenge here for Emilio going up against Lloyd Harris, 41st ranked player in the world, 5th seed in the tournament. We are going to simulate the match here. Emilio is stressed. I've turned him into troubled from stressed with my commentary to him at the start of the match. But obviously an excellent tournament already for Emilio Nava to have gone from a wild card to the semifinals of a 250 level event here on Long Island. You get this far, you want to keep winning, but it's certainly going to be a great challenge to do that against one of the top 50 players in the world here. And we are already down an early break to Harris here in the first set. And got broken again, lost the first set 6-2. Going to have to take more risk on our second serve. So certainly will up the intensity level going forward. We're going to up the intensity level on everything. This is a big match for us. Let's leave it all out on the court, Emilio. And we had a couple chances to break him early in the first game of the set, but didn't get that done. We're on serve now, so we are playing better here, but a 7-5 loss got broken in the final game that we played. So great run by Emilio Nava to get to the semifinals of a 250 level event. Disappointing to not get over the hump while we're here, but still going to be a very important step forward in terms of his ranking and his career. So a great week for Emilio here in New York. And you can see that brilliant performance making it to the semis of the New York Uniondale Open following his 80 level and 20 level tournament victories already in the early stages of this 2025 season have moved Emilio Nava to 75th ranked in the world. His goal was just to get into the top 100 this year, so we are off to a fantastic start with him as a member of the Old School Sports Tennis Academy. Zach Svida has not been as successful thus far this year, still ranked 120th in the world though, so still certainly has an opportunity to get into the top 100 this season also. And we've gotten another great tournament run from Emilio Nava here to the final in the 80 level Yokohama Open. Going to be going up against the 4th seed Marko Miladinovic, who's ranked 218th in the world. As we've talked about, Emilio is now 75th in the world, so just a great tournament for him. Going up against the Serbian in a 7-5, 6-3 victory for Emilio Nava. So second 80 level event win for Emilio Nava here in the first 2 months of the 2025 season. He recently got notified that which is a good thing, that he needs to, if I can find it here. Who is after the... Yeah, sorry. I know it's really exciting to watch me scrolling through my news feed, but Emilio Nava's ranking is so high that he has to play in the Miami Masters, which is obviously a great thing to be in that 1,000-level Masters level event. And now he has just won a title at the Yokohama Open, so a brilliant start to his career at the Old School Sports Tennis Academy for Emilio Nava. Hopefully some of what he's been doing is going to rub off on Zachary Svida, who still is having a bit of a disappointing start to the season since the New York Uniondale Open. Did get a victory at the 250 level Delray Beach Open, which was positive, but then lost in the round of 32 at the Indian Wells Masters the week after that. And another good tournament for Emilio Nava here at the Miami Masters. In this case, a good tournament is just winning one match, but he did win 4-6, 6-4, 7-6 against Kasper Zook in the first round. Tough match now against the 15th seed, 16th ranked in the world, Lorenzo Musetti here in the round of 64 for Emilio Nava. So going up against the 23-year-old Italian, I'm going to have a high return intensity, high intensity on key points. Going to head into the locker room. Emilio Nava is pumped for the opportunity here to potentially get another win in a Masters level event against one of the top players in the world. And we're on serve here in the early stages of the first set. Emilio did just get a big break, though. Musetti broke back on him, though. And it looks like we're into a tiebreaker now. So looking really good there for a moment when Emilio was up a break on Musetti in the first set, but against the more experienced, higher-ranked player, you've got to play pretty much close to perfect, and obviously letting him break back, and then he kind of routed us there in the tiebreaker. Emilio's unfazed, though. Give it all you got. Let's keep going, Emilio. And we're on serve here in the second set. Actually, Emilio just got a break. Hopefully he can make the most of it, and he did. So a 6-4 victory in the second set for Emilio Nava. So one set away from a potentially very big upset to get into the round of 32 here. Great performance so far here by Emilio Nava here in Miami. And we're still on serve here in the third set. And a break for Emilio. And he closes it out, a 6-7, 6-4, 6-4 win. Emilio Nava, the young American, is on to the round of 32 in the Miami Masters. Great result for Emilio Nava here. He is pumped. You deserve it, Emilio. Can be proud of yourself. Probably not going to get any easier here in the round of 32. Let's see who our next opponent is going to be for Emilio Nava here at this 1,000 level Masters event. And after being a big underdog in the round of 64, Emilio probably the favorite now against the qualifier Shintaro Mochizuki here in the round of 32 in Miami. We are just going to simulate this one quickly. And another win for Emilio, 6-3, 7-6, on to the round of 16 here in Miami. So a brilliant performance to start this tournament, and also just to start this season, and his affiliation with the Old School Sports Tennis Academy for Emilio Nava, who's up to 66th in the world and is going to be probably even higher after the results here in Miami. And we've made it to the end of the hardcourt season here, the winter hardcourt season. Zach Svida had a kind of a rough beginning of the 2025 season. You can see his record was just 9-9, just one half of his matches, and actually slipped back in the rankings to 127 from 122. So absolutely have some work to do with Zach in the coming months as we head into clay court season to hopefully get him moving up further in the rankings. He's going to be in the qualifier for the French Open. Hopefully he'll be able to win some matches there and get into the main draw like he did in Australia earlier this season. Emilio, on the other hand, just incredible results. 27-6 record, very active, played a ton of matches, won 3 tournaments, 20 level event and 2 80 level events, and then obviously just had that strong performance at the Miami Masters where he made it to the round of 16. So he has moved from 159th in the world to 66th in the world, and that will be even higher, I imagine, when we move over to Monday and the new rankings that reflect the Miami Masters are out there. So a great start to the season and his career with the Old School Sports Tennis Academy by Emilio Nava. Hopefully we can get Zach Svida back on track in clay court season, and we will focus on all of that in our next episode. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a great day.